Yes.
That's too bad. Are you taking any medicine?
No, right now, no, because I get my vaccine.
Oh, you got your vaccine. Okay. Well, it's just a matter of some time before you feel better. All right. Just hang in there, okay?
Eh,
Okay. We're going to start with the review of the last three units. Units 10, 9, no, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Unit 10 is about reporting a speech in statements. When you report things people said in the past, the verb tense often shifts back. So if a person tells you something like the plane's just a 16-seater, and then you mention it to somebody else, another person, you tell your friend or your mother or your teacher, who said this? Who made this comment? It was the agent. What did the agent do? The agent explained that, and then we begin with the rest. The plane is just a 16-seater in the past. The plane was just a 16-seater. Another different comment. The last boss has left. She informed me that the last boss had left. And that is Unit 10, Lesson A, reported speech. Do you have any questions with this?
No, I think no.
Is it easy?
Yes.
Very good. Lesson B, I never travel without it. We talk about some things to take on a trip, like an eye mask, a flashlight, and stuff. These are only some examples. And with these examples, what we saw was reporting what people ask and instruct. But what is instruct? An instruction. When you report a question or an instruction, for example, instead of a comment, now we have a question. Are you married? This is a common form. People often ask me whether if I am married. It's in simple present. But why? Because it's something that the question itself refers to as periodically, routinely, often. So it's not a just one time question. It's not, you're not reporting what one person said in the past. You are reporting what people in general ask all the time. A normal question all the time. Then you say it with often and the simple present, if I am. Another example, a question is, what do you take with you? That is in simple present, which means it's a routine. And look here, we asked him, people, we asked because this event happened in the past. I asked yesterday, I asked last week, I asked last month. We asked people what they take or took. So we have two different tenses. And once again, simple present take is for routines and took is for a one-time event in the past. Is that easy, ladies? Eduardo, how are you, mister?
Hi, teacher. I'm great.
Good. Let's continue. Lesson C, we saw some expressions. The expressions are drawing conclusions with you mean, so you're saying that, or so what you're saying is, and so I guess then. Okay, with these expressions, you are drawing conclusions from what people tell you. And then you have the strategy plus. Another expression is in what way, which is asking for more information. You can say weird in what way, or weird in what sense, etc. Okay. Hi, Maria Carmen.
Hello, teacher. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So let's go for the last part, which is the reading lesson, lesson D. We did some reading. And do you have any questions about these guys? I hope not. I hope everything is easy. But what we are going to do is this activity. Vocabulary notebook, so amazing. But wait a minute. We finished this, right? This is finished?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. And then we go to Unit 11. Unit 11 is culture. We talked about weddings. Do you remember what did we see? What piece of grammar did we see with weddings? Who can remember? Nobody. What
With
we
our
start-
style.
The grammar was adding information
Oh.
with, when, where, and whose. These are relative pronouns. The pronoun when is for a moment in time. The pronoun where is for a moment, a place, not a moment, I'm sorry, just a place. And whose is for the possession of a person or a possession. Basically, the owner or the possessor of an object. And that's it. Lesson B, gift giving. We talked about verbs with two objects. We talked about indirect objects and direct objects, and how when it changes position, we have a direct object and a prepositional phrase. Yes, do you remember this? Is this easy? I hope it was. Let's continue. Lesson C, it's kind of bizarre. We talked about some expressions to soften comments. Kind of, sort of, a little bit, slightly, and somewhat, and not really, or not quite. This is to make a comment softer, nicer, friendlier. And the expression, yeah, no. Do you remember this expression, guys? I hope you do. So we finished all this, and then we went for the lesson D, threats to culture. We saw vocabulary, a listening activity, and a writing piece. And then we have the vocabulary notebook. Did we finish this?
I think yes.
You think yes? Let's see. Diana, no. Eduardo, Leslie, Mari Carmen, do you have this vocabulary notebook completed?
My case, no, teacher.
Okay. Eduardo, Leslie, how about you?
No, I don't
No, I
remember.
don't.
All right, please complete it and then we'll check answers in a couple of minutes, okay? Can you do that, please?
Yes, teacher.
All right, go ahead, a couple of minutes, and we'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah, there are 3 exercises. Exercise A, complete a word web with words in the box. Then add other vocabulary from page 116. Then exercise B, now make your own word web. And C, find the meaning of these expressions. So let's begin with exercise A.
The first one, people, best men. Yes. Bride. Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids. Roommates. Matchmaker. A matchmaker. Parents of the groom. Can you please repeat that one, please? Parents of the groom. Nice. Okay, I don't have it, but I'm gonna write down. Okay. Groomsmen, for example, sorry. Okay. And what do you have in types of wedding? Okay. In weddings, we can have civil ceremony. Yes.
Religious ceremony. Marriage.
Religious ceremony. Arranged marriage. Western style ceremony. Exactly.
That was good, but Diana, can you repeat the last you said for people? You said something about the groom. Can you repeat that, please?
Friends of the groom.
Friends. Okay, friends of the groom. Okay, thank you very much. All right, let's go for number 2, please. Make your own word web for things people do at weddings. Choose one more topic, for example, things people wear or things people eat or things people say. Yes, we already have this. For weddings, things people do. What do people do on weddings?
We can say that they dance.
Yes, they dance. People dance. What else do they do?
Go to reception. Go to bachelor parties.
Bachelor.
Bachelor. What does that mean, teacher?
A
Bachelor.
bachelor is a man that is not married yet.
Oh.
And a
So
bachelor,
single man.
a single man. And they call it a bachelor party because it's the last day he will be a bachelor, a not married man. And the following day, he will marry his bride. That's why it's a famous, traditional social event.
So bachelor.
Bachelors.
Bachelor.
Like bachelor degree?
Bachelors.
Exactly
That's
the
the one that
same word, yes.
Okay. And the one that appears like bachelor, then we got ETTE, bachelorette.
Bachelorette is for the woman.
Ah, okay. This is for women and the other one is for men. Ah, okay. Thank you, teacher.
Welcome. Continue, guys, please. I want to ask Eduardo. Oh, he's back. Eduardo, Leslie, are you guys here?
Yeah.
All right. Can you please also compare your answers with your classmates?
Go do. First and cocktail are arrival. Okay, goodie. The next I choose things people don't do. So I'll play Brian random gift wear a white dress, get entertained.
For example, we can say they respect traditions. For example, dancing La Víbora.
Yes, like,
Wow, if we are talking about Mexico, right? most of weddings are
yeah.
organized with a lot of energy, and so the bride and the groom they need to dance together, and so after that they practice. I don't know, it's not a ritual, but it's part of traditions.
It's part of a tradition. That's right.
Okay.
All right, guys, are you finished?
They also pop the champagne.
Pop,
Just to open it.
pop
And then
open.
pop open.
Pop open
Okay.
a champagne
I-
bottle. Yes.
Okay, pop open. A champagne. It sounds funny. Pop pop.
Well,
Pop.
pop is
Pop.
it's
Pop.
like something similar to break. If you
Uh,
pop,
uh-huh.
yeah, pop a
Uh-huh.
bottle is when you smash it with something like a hammer or a tool and it breaks. Pop. Pop a balloon.
Exactly.
When you pop a balloon, is when
Exactly.
you make it explode. Pop. That's what's pop. And pop open is when you open it and it makes a pop sound. Pop. Pop open.
Okay, perfect. Also the guest or guest give gifts to the groom and the bride.
Guest gift.
Give gifts.
Yeah. The guest give gifts. Or a
Exactly.
little better. The guest. Yes, the guest.
The guest gives gifts to
You can say
the
presents.
okay,
Yeah,
presents.
presents to whom?
To the bride and the groom.
Groom. To the newlyweds.
What does that mean?
Newlyweds.
New just married.
Just married. Yes,
Okay.
to the just married couple. Yes.
Hollywoods. Okay.
Or yeah, the newlyweds. The newlyweds are the just married couple. Yes. Are you finished, guys? Or do you have something else?
I'm just writing all the information.
What about Diana, Leslie, and Eduardo? How are you doing?
Vacuum.
Are you finished, guys? Can we go for number 3?
Yes, teacher. Vacuum.
All right, guys. I'm gonna cover the one that is not necessary to do right now, which is on your own. But what you can do is find the meanings of these expressions, then add them to a word web. So please find the meaning to expressions, for example, a bouquet, a maid of honor, a veil, a wedding band, etc. Please find them. Oh my gosh. And compare with your classmates, please.
Okay, teacher. Mm. A bouquet is the bunch of flowers that in this case that a bride carries the day of her wedding.
Leslie, are you there?
Yes,
Eduard, yeah, can you please talk to Mari Carmen and compare your answers, please?
sorry, I had bad connection. What I have to talk.
Ah, you haven't finished. All right, you're still working on it?
No, I had bad connection, so I'm lost.
You have a bad connection. I'm sorry. This is the vocabulary notebook.
Yes.
And we're number 3.
Sorry to interrupt, teacher. Diana has sent me WhatsApp message and she
Yeah.
says that she's getting a little bit late, just in a few minutes.
Okay.
Diana.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, teacher. Thanks.
And Leslie, you have to find the meanings of these expressions. A bouquet, a veil, a wedding planner to go on or to your honeymoon, to throw rice or confetti, etc. So you need to compare your answers with your classmates, Mari Carmen and Eduardo. Can you do that, please? Or maybe you can do it for homework. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, so we are not going to say the
The meaning.
descriptions? Uh-huh.
Well, Diana is not here. Eduardo is having trouble with his internet. And
Okay.
Leslie, are you finished with this, Leslie? I suppose she's not finished with this, so let's continue, and tomorrow we'll check the meanings of these things, okay?
Okay, teacher.
All right, let's continue then. Now we're going to go for Unit 12. Unit 12 is about ability or intelligences. And the grammar was adverbs. How we use adverbs of degree, adverbs of type, adverbs of opinion, and adverbs of focus. They have different intention. For example, of degree, extremely, use it to say how big or how much the adverb is. For example, the verb or the adjective, they are extremely literate. What are we describing with extremely? We are describing the adjective highly, or in this case, the expression highly skilled. So highly is describing a skill, and extremely is describing highly skilled. So when you're describing adverbs or adjectives, we don't use adjectives. How can I say it differently? You use adjectives, a skill, you use them to describe a person, they. But to describe the word skill, then you use an adverb, highly skilled. That means the skill level is high, 110%. 110% skilled, very, very skilled, highly skilled, high, tall, big. And then here we have another degree adverb, extremely high skill. So very high skill. And that's a degree. That's like intensity. The other degree, the other type of adverb we have is type. But type of what? Well, like at the category. Scientifically, linguistically, mathematically, musically, etc. Yes, and we have the example here. Linguistically intelligent people. There you go. So why do we use an adverb with ly? Because what we're describing is not the people. No.
It's
What
the
we're
verb.
is not the verb, is the
The
adjective.
adjective. Okay.
Intelligent. So we describe this linguistically intelligent people. But why do we have it separate? Why not linguistical people? Yes. If you don't have this right here, then you put this together without an adverb, only an adjective, linguistical people. But now you have an adjective with intelligent. And now, because you have an adjective right here, this needs to be an adverb. So it's linguistically intelligent people. But now what's the change? Why are we first, on the first example, we're describing people, and now we're describing intelligent. Because people, intelligent is describing people as well, but there is a chain. There is an order. And because of that order is that linguistically is for intelligent and intelligent is for people. Yes. So
Yes, teacher, it's okay.
and we can go backward. Is people intelligent in linguistical field? Sorry. We have an opinion. What is that opinion? Well, incredibly, remarkably, beautifully, elegantly, difficultly, peacefully, whatever your opinion is. For example, this example right here, they solve problems incredibly easily. So we have the subject they, and the problem is seem. They seem. And then we have the infinitive to solve the object problems. So what is this incredibly describing? Incredibly easily. And what is easily describing? The verb. Actually, it will be the infinitive to solve problems. So they seem to solve problems in one single sentence. They seem to solve problems incredibly easily. There. And the last one, to focus, especially, particularly, exactly, specifically. People with logical intelligences are especially good at math. And there, what do you think about the adverbs? Are they easy or are they difficult?
Not exactly easy, but they are understandable enough.
Yes. What about Diana, Eduardo, Leslie? What do you think, guys? I hope you're okay. And then we have lesson B, improving skills. And what we saw in lesson B is comparing. What do we use to compare? We use a comparative and or a superlative. Yes? And the comparatives are, oh my gosh. When you compare, you use the comparing expression ER or the word more or less. And that's, of course, when something is bigger or smaller than something else. But what about when you compare and they are the same or they are not the same? That's when you use as. That's when you want to talk about if they are the same or not the same. With the comparative ER, you're talking that they are different. Something is bigger, something is smaller, something is more, and something is less. And with as is when you talk about they are similar or not similar. And superlatives, we have the ending est or the irregulars, the best, the determiner most or least, and of course next to the article the. So we have the biggest and best, taking the most, I was the least. Those are superlatives. And we can do the same with adverbs. I'm training harder. This is another hard. And that adverb in a comparative form, harder than ever. I am improving more slowly than I hoped. I practice less often, another adverb. I don't play as often as I should. And we all train hard, but I train the hardest. I train the most often on weekends. And that's what we have in lesson B. What do you think, guys? Was that easy?
In the case, teacher, for adverbs, in that part, the adverb is talking about the verb, right?
Yes, because we use the adverb to describe either an adjective or a verb. And all we gotta do is focus on what are we describing. For example, here, let's take a look at this example number 1.
Okay.
What do you do better or well now than a couple of years ago? Here we have the expression done. And that is the expression of comparing one thing with another. So when you compare one thing and another, then one is different than the other. And what do we use when we compare like this? We use the ending ER. In that case, better. Yes. Now, what are we describing with better? Are we describing you?
Actually, something you do.
What are we describing? The verb you? I mean, the verb do? What do you do? Or the subject you? We're
It's about the
describing
verb, right?
the verb. Yes, we're describing the verb. And in the answer, I feel more confidently or confident about math. How do we know which one do we choose, confidently or confident? We need to check what are we describing, the verb, feel, or the subject I. What is confident or confidently?
It's an adjective.
It's an adjective. Why? Because we're describing the subject.
Myself. Exactly.
So if we're describing the subject, we don't need an adverb. So this why? No.
I feel more confident.
And we use confident. There. Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, and then we have lesson C with expressions and all that for vague expressions and things like that and stuff like that and all that and that kind of thing. And in the strategy plus, no doubt. And no doubt is when you strongly agree, when you agree 110%. No doubt, there's no doubt about it, without a doubt, and I don't doubt it. All of those expressions are to say, oh, I completely agree. And we have the lesson D, ability, not disability. And we did, or we're supposed to do the vocabulary notebook. Do you have it, guys?
Yes.
Awesome. What about you, Leslie and Eduardo?
You.
Write the opposites of the words below. Please, guys. Diana,
Teacher.
Leslie. Yes, mister.
Are we gonna do the exam today?
No, tomorrow. You want to do it
Oh.
today?
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, it will be tomorrow. Go ahead and do it, please. Type it. Talk to your classmates. Say, who's going to type number 2? And volunteer, you say, I am going to type number 2. So go ahead, please. Complete this activity.
Sensitive, unsensitive, on,
Insensitive.
in or on? What do you have?
In.
Insensitive. Okay. And, and so I'm gonna correct it and give me a second. Okay, what about the others?
Literate. Illiterate.
Illiterate, right? Insensitive. I got lost. Oh. Okay. Illiterate. Skill, unskill.
Yes.
Yeah, is that correct? Skill. Yeah, that's correct. Thanks a lot. Unskill. And the other one is it about efficient, inefficient?
Yes. Inefficient.
Inefficient, okay. Inefficient.
Oh, incompetent. Incapable.
Able, which one do you have?
Incapable.
Unable, right?
Yes.
It's unable. Yeah, unable is I think it's correct. I'm just looking for the dictionary. Yeah, unable, it's an adjective. Capable, uncapable,
Incapable.
okay. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna say incapable. Where is it?
Important.
Give us
Unimportant.
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 Exactly.
And the next one is incorrect. And in the last one, incomplete.
Exactly. Yes, incorrect and incomplete. Okay. The only one that goes with ill is illiterate, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks so much. Very good. Do we have to continue with the next activity? Now write opposites for these expressions.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go with the opposites be adept at. So on skill is that one, right?
Yes.
Mhm. Be bad at.
Good.
Exactly. Be good. Be brilliant at. Be good at. Have a capacity for.
Be unable to.
Unable. Unable. And have a talent for. Incapable. What do you have in the last one? I should say incapable. Have a talent for. We can say, for example, untalented.
Or maybe have no talent.
Yeah, I look for that one. Untalented, and yeah, it's correct. It says not having the natural ability to be good at anything or a particular activity. So we can say untalented.
Okay.
Untalented.
Sorry. Is the other one untalented?
Okay, guys, are you finished?
Yes.
Yes, I didn't. Well, let's see. Number 2, or actually, let's read the instructions. It says, write the opposites of the words below. Use the prefixes il, in, or an. Il, in, or on. So we have number 1, articulate, and the opposite is inarticulate. In number 1, we use the prefix in. What about number 2?
Insensitive.
Insensitive. What about number 3?
Illiterate.
Illiterate.
Illiterate means a person who does not knows how to read and write.
That's right.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Number 4?
Unskilled.
Unskilled. Yes. Number 5, efficient.
Inefficient.
And efficient. Yes, inefficient.
Inefficient.
Number 6,
Unable.
unable.
Mhm.
Unable. Number 7,
Incapable.
what?
Incapable.
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 Incapable. Number 8,
Unimportant.
unimportant. Yes, unimportant. Number 9, what?
Complete.
Incomplete. Yes, incomplete. Perfect. Do you have any questions, guys?
No, yet, teacher.
No. Now write up opposites for these expressions. Be adept at.
On
What is the
skill.
opposite? That would be the definition. I'm sorry. No, what did I say? You are correct, Maria Carmen. The opposite of be adept,
Okay.
yes, unskilled. That's correct.
On skill. Okay.
What about number 2?
Be good at or be brilliant at.
Be good at, yes, very good. Number 3.
Mm, I would say incapable or
Incapable.
unable. Incapable. It could
Capable.
be unable.
Yes, it could be, but unable also means that you don't have the time. It's not only the talent, but also the time. For example, me, I have a class with you guys from 4:30 to 6, so I'm not able to take another class at that hour. So it's not the ability, it's the lack of time.
Okay.
So incapable, now capable is more with the words of the capacity. Capacity. So incapable. And number 4,
Untalented.
untalented. Yes, good. Guys, what do you think? What do you have? Diana, Leslie, and Eduardo.
I agree.
Awesome.
Very good.
Very good.
Me too.
There you go. And the last one, word builder. Find and write the opposite of these adjectives. Use ill, im, in, or what is the last one? On. On. All right. So I guess that should be easy enough. All right,
Or
guys. So,
is an option.
no, or is no, it's a list.
Sorry.
Yes. Once again, it's ill, im, in, or on. Yeah, is that better? I'm gonna make it a little smaller so
Yeah,
everything
it's better.
Yeah, sorry.
there. It's a little smaller now. So use ill, im, in, or on right there. Number 1. What do you have number 1?
Inadequate.
Inadequate, yes. Inadequate. I'm gonna put it with red. Number 2.
Ineffective.
On
Ineffective.
is not in.
I wrote on. Is that in and so?
Yeah. Ineffective.
Okay. Thank you.
Number 3.
Inconvenient.
Convenient.
In or on?
In.
In. Number 4.
Illegal.
Go. It's
What?
with double L, right? Illegal.
Ill.
It's not the, well, the word is legal. And in the prefix to make it the opposite,
Ill.
ill. Ill. There,
Okay.
illegal. Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Number 5.
Illogical.
Illogical. Yes, the same way. Illogical.
To pronounce, sorry, to pronounce both of them, so we should say ill and then legal. Illogical. So they are
illegal.
separate.
Yeah, number 4. The oh my gosh.
Pronunciation.
Phonemes, the pronunciation, yes. The syllables. Illegal.
The division of
Illogical.
syllable.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 6.
Unlikely.
Unlikely.
On. Yes.
On.
Unlikely. Number 7.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Number 8.
Impatient.
Impatient.
Mhm.
Im. And 9.
Imprecise.
Not sure. It's not him.
No.
No, can you check it out? And
Okay.
what is the number 10?
Irrelevant.
Yeah, irrelevant.
Which
Yeah,
one?
teacher, it's imprecise.
It's imprecise?
With M.
Imprecise.
Okay, imprecise. And number 10?
Relevant.
With E?
Irrelevant.
With only-
Irrelevant. I.
Irrelevant.
With I?
Yes.
Just with I.
double R.
And double R.
I.
Double R.
E.
Relevant.
Irrelevant. That's right. Irrelevant. Very good. Very good. All right. We're finished, guys. Do you have any questions?
No yet, teacher.
Okay, let's go. After this page, 100 and what is it? 35. Then you have checkpoints, units 10 to 12. Now you have the chance to do this on your platform. Have you seen it in the platform?
Yes.
Did you finish it?
No.
No? All right. Well, do it as a team here. Let's do exercise B. Complete the TV interviews with a comparative or superlative form of the words given. Some use less or least, and some need than. Use as with the underlined words. Number 1. In many countries, people are getting married. What do we need? Do we need a comparative, a superlative, less, least, or than, or as? What do we need? What do you think? We need to use the adjective late. So here is late, but what do we need? Later or latest?
Latest.
Latest?
People are getting married latest in that. In many countries, people are getting married latest or later in life.
Or later? What do you think?
Later.
What is? It will be later. It can be latest with EST because for this EST, it's a superlative. And when you have the superlative, remember you need the article, the. So
Yeah,
if you
that's
don't
right.
have the article, then it's a comparative, latest. Continue, guys, please.
Okay. Many young people are thinking about marriage more carefully.
Yes.
I agree with you.
More careful.
Okay. And some are not marrying at all. But why? A reporter Dan Browning interviewed a bride at her wedding. But
Why did you decide to get married in your 40s? Do you feel more confident? What do you think?
more
Agree.
confident. More confident.
When you were younger,
When you were younger. Perfect. Younger. Next.
Getting married once.
And the next one? Well, getting married was the biggest decision I've ever made.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree.
Mhm. So the next, the biggest decision I ever made, and obviously it's the most important.
I agree with you.
It could be.
Mhm. Okay, the most important. Mm, I waited because I was working. Mm,
As hard as.
yeah, as hard as I could on my career. Right, that's correct. As hard as.
Is
Mhm.
as successful as.
Well, I may not have been. Mm, which one do you say?
As successful as.
Yeah, exactly. As successful, just give me a second, I'm just writing. As successful as I am. Successful. Okay, so it's as successful as I am. If I had gotten married earlier, what do you say about that one? Earlier?
Yes, I agree.
Yes, me too.
Okay. Okay. The next one. Tell me, is staying single?
As difficult as it used to be.
Is staying single as difficult? Yeah, right. As difficult as it used to be. Exactly. I don't think so. People generally don't feel.
As pressured as they used to get married.
Mhm. Yeah, that's correct. Pressure pressure as they as I as they used to get married. It's it's better to take your time.
Yes, I think.
Mhm. When I was young, I was as as sure as I am right now about life. Mm,
I'm not really sure, but yes, I think.
as sure as I was as sure as I'm doing right now, what I'm right now about life, or I was less sure because that's another expression that we can use less, or I was less sure I am right now about life. It could be less, right?
Yeah, that has sense. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm getting confused with that a little bit with this. Less sure. Okay. Can you tell me how much have you spent on your wedding? We are not sure, but we choose everything. What do you say for that one?
As carefully as we could to keep.
As carefully as we could to keep the coast down. More carefully. Yeah. As carefully as we could to keep the cost down. We even both the most expensive.
I think.
It would be the most expensive dress we could find. But still will be paying for the wedding for years. I guess we'll worry about that tomorrow. Conclusion, do not get married.
I'm finished, teacher.
Yeah, you're finished, guys. So was that a good conclusion?
Yeah, it's a really good conclusion. Just avoiding getting married.
All right. So what do you have for the next one? In many countries, people are getting married later in life. Many young people are thinking about marriage.
More carefully.
Yeah, more carefully. Good. Okay. What's next? When did you decide to get married in your, I'm sorry, why did you decide to get married in your 40s? Do you feel
More confident.
what?
Mhm.
More confident.
More confident.
More confident than, right?
That's
Than you did.
right.
Exactly. It's missing. More confident
You did when you were
than you did when you were younger.
younger. Very good. And well, getting married was the biggest decision I've ever made. And obviously, it's
The most important.
most important. Yes. I waited because I was working
As hard as I could.
as hard as I could on my career. I might not have been
As successful as I am.
as successful as I am if I had not, if I had got married
Earlier.
earlier. Very good. Oh my gosh. Earlier. Very good. And number two. What do you have for number two?
As difficult as.
Yes, as difficult as it used to be. I don't think so. People generally don't feel
As pressure. As.
as pressure as they used to get married. It's
Better.
better to take your time. When I was young, I was
Mm, less sure.
oh yeah, that's better. Let's sure. Continue.
Mm, less sure. And then the number three.
Oh, you're missing one little thing. I was less
Which one?
sure. The
Oh
same
my
one.
God. I was less sure than.
Okay, my advice for young people is enjoy life and don't rush into marriage. That is a good advice. Number three, can you tell me how much have you spent on your wedding?
We are not sure, but we chose everything as carefully as we could to keep the costs down. The costs down.
Very good. We even bought.
The most expensive.
The most.
Nope.
Ah. We even both. It was even. So that's not an opposite idea?
Oh, it's an including idea.
Ah,
Including.
okay. So the least
Keep costs down.
expensive.
That means we even bought the least expensive dress.
I thought that it was even like an opposite,
The opposite.
to, it
No.
was, okay. Means inclusive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
You're
Okay, thank
welcome.
you so much, teacher.
You're very welcome. All right. There are the answers. Do you have any questions, guys?
No.
No?
No, teacher.
Everything is easy? All right. Diana, can you please read the instructions on the bottom, please? Lessons, exercise C.
Okay. Report the interview in exercise B using the verb ask, explain, tell, and say as in the sentences below. Sometimes there is more than one correct answer.
All right. So the interviewer asked, she explained, she told me, she also said, and the example is the interviewer asked Lisa why she had decided to get married in her 40s. She explained, okay, what you have to do is tell us all of this interview again, but in reported speech, please. Who wants to start? Nobody?
Can we check again about reported speech, teacher?
You want to check what?
About the topic for reported speech.
Sure.
Yes, teacher.
Let's see. Diana and Leslie and Eduardo, can you help Mari Carmen with the reported speech, please? Okay, let's continue. Let's go with that. When you have a reported speech, things are left in the past. For example, when you see these little quotation marks, that means a person said this. Somebody said that. It could have been your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your aunt. It doesn't matter. Somebody else did. Or maybe you. And then you report this. When you go with somebody different, a different person, and you talk with this person, all the comments with the other person, with the first person. For example, oh my gosh. Maria spoke with Anna. Okay, there. The following day, or the next day, Anna told Betty everything Maria said. Yes, Maria Carmen?
Yes, teacher.
All right. When you report this, when you talk with a different person, everything somebody else said, you report a speech. So Anna would say, Maria said, and quotation. In many countries, people are getting married later in life. Many countries, people are getting later in life. quotation mark closes and your comment closes. So we have to pay attention to these question marks because that means that you repeat everything exactly the same. Does that make sense? Quotation marks,
Mhm.
quotation marks, you repeat everything 100% the same. In reported speech, there are no quotation marks.
So we can say Maria said that in many
And-
countries people were getting married because we
Yes.
changed the
That's
only thing that I
fast.
remember about reported speech
Yes.
we changed the tenses, right?
Yes, that's right. So in many,
Okay.
like I said that in many countries, people were like that. And when you finish, you finish. No quotation marks and the tense shifts from
Okay.
present to past.
Okay.
And that's the report.
And when we talk about present tense, for example, if the saying was in simple present, so it goes directly to simple past.
Simple past, yes.
Is if it's
you have
present
present-
continue,
Continue.
present continuous, that is for past continuous.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
Simple present goes to simple past, and then present continuous.
And if you have simple past, what do you do?
Simple past is past perfect.
Yes, past.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Past continuous.
past perfect. And if you have present perfect,
Present perfect. Past
yes,
perfect.
past perfect. Yes.
Okay.
And if you have past perfect,
Simple past. If I get past perfect, past
Past
perfect.
perfect continuous.
no, past perfect.
Past perfect.
Give me a second. So simple past is for past perfect.
Simple past, simple. If you have,
Present.
for example, you have simple.
Past
No,
perfect.
not like that. Not like that.
Past perfect. We go to past perfect. Okay. Past continuous. Past perfect continuous.
Yes.
Okay. Past continuous.
Present perfect.
Past perfect.
Sorry. Present perfect continuous.
Present perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous as well.
Yes, past perfect continuous. There you go. You have it, right?
Present.
Okay. Models. The models change.
Continuous, and then we got
Are you ready?
past perfect continuous. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm just writing down everything. Okay. So may those are models. Yeah.
May changes to might, can to could, will to would, and must to have to.
Okay. Have to.
Yes?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. And the last explanation I'm going to give you, because we're almost finished, is today, tomorrow, yesterday, last week, in 2 days, etc. That's what we have right there.
Today is in that day.
That day.
Okay, that
Okay.
day.
That day. And tomorrow?
The next day.
Next day. Yesterday?
The day
The day
before.
before?
Okay, the day before is good. The day before. Last week?
The before
Mm.
week.
You can say the week before is good, or the previous.
The previous week.
It's okay. The weeks
Previous week.
before or the previous week. It's the same with yesterday. The day before or the previous day. And in 2 days,
The
Coming
last 2 days.
days.
what?
2 days ago.
Mm.
And later.
2 days later. I thought it was like coming soon.
Something like that. Coming soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're finished for today. How was the class today? It was a review only, but what do you think of it?
It was good, teacher.
Diana, Leslie, Eduardo, what do you think? Do you have any?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was a review, right?
Yeah, it was a review.
Yeah, I knew it because I told that we will be doing the exam today.
Yes, and tomorrow you will have the exam. Okay, so go ahead and complete this grammar extra. Complete the grammar extra and the checkpoint in the platform, please. That will be like a more review, a reinforcement, and be ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have the exams. Okay.
Okay, yes, teacher.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well,
Sorry.
when will be the last day of class?
Wednesday. Wednesday you have projects.
Targets?
Projects, yes.
Okay.
So be ready.
What kind of projects, teacher?
Yeah, what's the project?
You have to present to us a project of your choice, whatever you want to talk about. You can talk about your life.
Really?
Yeah, something you like to do for fun or something you
But
had
you
to
have
do
to
for.
explain that.
It wasn't explained?
No,
No, it wasn't.
no, teacher.
This is your
No.
book 5. You haven't done this before?
No.
No.
To me, it was my first course here, so I didn't
It
know
was
that
your
we
first?
had
You
to
didn't
present
know.
my
Leslie and
first
Eduardo? Yeah,
course.
No.
you didn't. All right. When you
Wait.
got when you receive your diploma, guys, in English Access in the school,
Yeah.
you made a little speech, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, on PowerPoint. I
Exact.
remember.
There you go. You remember you did it in PowerPoint. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the project.
Exactly.
You don't,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be PowerPoint. You can just make a little speech and then just tell us. You can put together a few slides, a few images in a PowerPoint presentation if you want to.
Whatever we want.
Whatever you want, yes.
Okay.
But you have to talk at least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both, but we.
And I suggest to you, if you do the full 10 minutes, have at least a minimum of 10 images, you know, like 1 image per minute or something like that.
Okay, it's great.
Perfect, Eduardo. Thank you. Leslie, good?
Yes, but
Okay, Mari Carmen, what about you?
It's okay.
It's going to be easy for you because you have the ability of a speech. All you gotta do is put a couple of images together and you can just display yourself, okay?
Okay, teacher, thanks.
You're welcome. It will be
Very good.
recorded and it will be good. It will be good for you to have it.
No, teacher, no. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, right.
Great.
Let's go
Excellent.
for it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions, guys?
No, teacher.
No? Okay. Guys, thank you very much. Have a great day and I'll see you tomorrow for the exam.
See you tomorrow, teacher.
Bye, guys.
Okay, teacher.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.